upper deck takes you there.
Make no attempt to reload your device. You are now entering the Hellhole.
We're alive, pal! Coming to you from the studios in the Hellhole. Your eyes do not deceive you. We have before us a factory-sealed, funky fresh 1991-92 NBA basketball trading cards box. We're going to crack this open. I'm very excited about it. Sealed, factory sealed to keep the funky freshness inside. I'm internet sensation Mick Lucifer. This is the trading card arc. There are developments afoot. Before we leap into the exciting future of 1991-92, we got to revisit the NBA Hoops 1990 set. If you've been in the archive, if you've been here in the Hellhole, you know that I did a box break of that. You can go check that out on YouTube. Search for Hellhole NBA Hoops or 1990 NBA Hoops, or just use the links to find your way to the channel. So we were shooting for a full set because we did a box break. We were missing a few. So if you were watching, you might have caught it. I was looking for him in that second round. So in my so-called doubles, I revisited. I found John Williams, I found Rod Higgins, and I found Jay Vincent. So they accidentally found their way into the doubles. Those were cards that I had. I thought I had the John Williams. Had to go to the collector's market and found myself a Glenn Rice rookie card, nice and cheap. That was like a couple of bucks. And then for a few bucks more, I finished off the set. I got the All-Star checklist. I got Jack Sikma. I got Tyrone Corbin, and I got that elusive Jeff Hornacek before he goes to the Utah Jazz. He's still at Phoenix Suns. So we completed the 1990 NBA Hoops set, which is something that I enjoy as a fan of the era. You know, I was getting into NBA back then, but really the year that really kicked things off, it was NBA Hoops 1991, and I never actually saw these in the wild. I was a real enthusiast for the 1991-92 NBA Hoops, but never actually got to see the upper deck. I love this set. Beautiful design. I guess we're going to get into it here. We might as well, get a nice big sort of HD view of my splotchy hands. It's nice and chilly here, so they're not looking their best. I'm trying to rip this thing without, like, ripping it, you know? Get into it. So, yep, got myself this box at auction, pretty cheap. It was decent price. It had to come from the United States all the way down here to the Hellhole. Very exciting. Fingers crossed we're not going to run into anything like bricking, you know, that's always the risk. I don't know, we might do some grading. I guess we're on the hunt for Jordans, but this is such a great period, you know, like for me, this is peak NBA. 91 might be one of the great years for me. You know, love seeing the Bulls kicking off with Jordan. Look at this. Oh, this is amazing. Still got Magic Johnson around, Larry Bird, you know, all the greats. Some of the favorites aren't quite coming through. You know, you don't have your Alonzo Mourning. Would we get a Larry Johnson in here? He'd be a rookie. I don't know. Are we doing this? I guess we're not gonna do the whole shebang tonight. But I need to give myself a little bit of a treat. I'm in need of it. I'm feeling the years. We're just gonna slide. How we doing? How's my setup here? Okay. Pack number 1. Can you believe it? All these years later, what is it, like 33 years later, we are breaking the seal for the very first time on this pack of 91, 92 Upper Deck. I got into Upper Deck, was it maybe the 93? Maybe it was 92, I'm not sure. But this set to me is just like such a good looking design. I love the wood wood side bits on the design of it. Here we go. We're breaking in. I'm trying to take it easy. I don't want to damage the cards. Crinkly kind of foil on this pack. You know, if you're keeping track of the textures of the packaging, these are sort of more like foil fresh. How we doing? Ooh, the cards feel nice and slick and clean. No bricking, that's pretty good. So who we got here? We're jumping in the Hawks and Rodney Monroe. It's an interesting, you know, training shot. I don't remember him, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Oh, we got an all-star already. Who we got? Hey, Charles Barkley. Sir Charles is here, pumping his fists. He's feeling it. I'm pretty excited too, if I'm totally honest. I'm just going to pull these in so I can get a better look here. Looks like we got an artwork checklist. So maybe Upper Deck taking a page from NBA Hoops and you know, calling up the artists for a Hersey Hawkins by Alan Sturt. That's a nice looking card. I like it. I mean, like I said, this is kind of a gimmick I associate with NBA Hoops, where they would have the team checklist, but they would get some artists' renditions of the players. Pretty nice. I like that. I really like the, there's something just about the dimensions, the crispness, the white border of this set that I really like. We got Dan Marley. That's a pretty noteworthy addition in there with Barkley, who, that was the All-Star card, but Barkley must have been at is he at Phoenix at this point? Or is he still a 36er? I'm not sure. Not quite remember. Craig Hodges. There you go. We're holding the trophy. How's that? Championship year. Pretty good. I got myself a nice cheap Jordan DVD set. I was checking those out recently. Larry Drew for the Lakers. Again, you know, the photography, maybe some of it's not, you know, nothing to write home about, but I love these, like, the court style half card border. It's not the full border. You got a nice white border. Again, recalls the 1991 NBA Hoops. But this is I feel like this is a timeless design. Some of them live in their dated space. I think the 1990 NBA Hoops, you know, that's very much a design of its time. I feel like these you could pull out any year. Oh, wouldn't you know it? It's a Hellhole favorite, my friends. It's Scott Skiles. You just it doesn't matter the series. Scotty Skiles is gonna find us. Yeah, you feeling that, guys? Yeah, you excited about that? The chat's popping off. They love the Scott Skiles. I know you're excited at home watching this in the archive. Kelvin Upshaw. How's that for an action shot? A little bit of a, is he receiving or is he diving? I'm not sure. Nobody's really that excited about the Mavericks at this point. Who we got here? Rod Higgins. Welcome aboard, Rod Higgins, to the Starship Hellhole. Oh, we got a bench warmer. It's Kurt Rambis, everybody. Phoenix Suns well represented in this pack that we have cracked. Who we got here? Interesting. We got a pack number 1. We got a checklist. Now, I know all you old school collectors, you know the love of the checklist. The checklist is a majestic card to find back in those days, right? Okay, you guys know. Newbies, new school, internet kids, you might not know, but back in the day, this was a valuable piece of information. Tells you about some of the cards that you're going to be looking for Nice to see there, you know, the upper deck hologram, which was kind of a feature of their cards. Kind of set them apart a little bit. Real little bit, because it's just a little hologram, but it is there on every card. Almost like a little bit of like a Superman diamond. Reminds me of the diamond they'd put on the covers to tell you which, you know, if you were buying multiple series with the stories weaving through, you needed that little diamond to tell you which issue to read. It's a little bit like that. I think the hologram becomes circular later, maybe in the subsequent series. Whoa, we got a Sidewinder. How about that? Scott Brooks from the Timberwolves. Nobody cares. That's pack number 1. So what do we get? Charles Barkley, you know, that's pretty good. We got a Barkley, we got a nice little checklist art card, Dan Marley, you know, Craig Hodges from the Bulls. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do grading-wise. I still haven't gone into grading yet. I'm planning to, with some of the 90/90 NBA hoops that we pulled out previously, I'm planning to explore grading with those. It seems like there's a couple of good ones to choose. I've got a lot to choose from. I don't know if I want to go for an outlier, get that Paul Abdul, you know, graded or something. I guess I'm looking for a high score. So in those cases, it was centering. I guess I don't really have my eye in for this set. We'll have to take a closer look. Gee, these packs are a little bit crinkly, but so far so good on the cards. I'm appreciating that. I've had nice luck in that regard. Don't really know. I don't really know what contributes to bricking, so I don't really have a great system. I don't know if I'm looking for like hot climates are good or are they bad, cold climates. Basically, I got this box because it was the cheapest one I could find, and it was a set that I was actively interested in. Kicking pack 2 off with Danny Young. Danny Young of the Trailblazers. I gotta tell you, I'm not really remembering some of these players. If I'm completely honest, I'm not sure I could spot Michael Adams in a lineup, but we got some Michael Adams action up in here. Hey, a little bit of acknowledgement for my graphics handiwork. Check out that bottom left. If you know your 1991 NBA hoops, you know where the Hellhole logo's drawing inspiration from this round. We did that previously, but I want to look. See, where is it? Gotta this way. This thing down here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm enjoying the nostalgia, the 1990 aesthetic of that. Here we go, Doug Overton of the Pistons. He's having his school photo done here, and he's just thrilled about it. Look how happy he is. Probably not the most glamorous way to get a trading card done. Blue Edwards, we know Theodore Blue Edwards from our travels recently. That's a nice looking card. I like the action. It takes you down on the court. Something I would say about this upper deck photography is like it's very well lit. It feels like a bit of a contrast to maybe the 1990 NBA hoops. I wouldn't say that the backgrounds were poorly lit, but your field of depth is really maybe the change. And I don't know if there's a change in lenses or if that's just could be an aesthetic choice. Oh, we got a big one, guys. We got a big one. Dennis Rodman has arrived for the Pistons. That's kind of exciting. We struggled to find our Dennis Rodman from the 1990 NBA hoops, so we're getting in pretty early with Rodman. Iconoclastic figure of the times, sort of before he became a more colorful character. Darryl Griffith. Look at this guy. He's pumping it. That's the NBA Jam pose. Head fake, head fake, head fake. Does anybody know what I'm talking about here? Chuck Person. Chuck Person's one of those good sort of cult players for the Indiana Pacers. You know, a guy that was around, got some stuff done. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Might not be a favorite card, but it's pretty good. We got some Jeff Grayer going for a run up the court, looking good. Knee brace. A little bit stone cold. Maybe not. Otis Smith again. I'm digging these action poses, man. And this guy's he's going for the hoop. His eyes are on the prize. I like it. This is when the Magic are starting to heat up, starting to become a bit of an exciting team. Kendall Gill for the Hornets, another team that are on the rise around this time. I was in the Alonzo Mourning jersey previously. I've refrained from going that far. Hey, how about this? Joe Barry, is that Carroll? Just hanging out on the bench, waiting for his shot. Gee, the Phoenix Suns have been well represented in these first couple of rounds. Is this a joke? Is this a prank? Dwayne Schnith? What is it? Oh no, Shinsius. Where does Dwayne Shinsius hail from? Do we get that kind of information in this set? I haven't really been checking. His college was Florida. It doesn't tell you where the players are from in the bio. I guess I should share that. So here's your layout. You get another nice little bit of vertically inclined photography on the back, but it's the stats that were always of interest to me as a kid. Dig that. The number is playfully positioned on a backboard above the net, and we got the stats. The bios are much briefer than they were in the NBA hoops. Although, are they? No, I mean there's a fair amount of description there, but we don't get a place of origin, team affiliation, first appearance. We don't get any of that. We don't get strength, speed, stamina. We don't get any of those stats. If you head in the archive, I just did X-Men. They don't have those stats either, but I've got a Marvel mindset in the trading cards at the moment. But some good, you get your vitals, height, weight, date of birth, and college, which is an interesting twist. Final card of this particular pack appears to be a bit of an excitement magnet. It's a hologram. Check that out. That's pretty nice. Who we got? Alvin Robertson. So I knew that there were going to probably be some chase cards, but I didn't realize we were going in for the full hologram treatment. That's pretty cool. I don't know what the values of this set are kind of like or anything like that, but that's pretty good. The texture of this card is interesting because it feels... It's lighter. It's lighter and thinner than the regular cards, which surprises me a little. There's Shinsius just working his way in, doing his version of the toasty. Shinsius! But yeah, exciting to get a hologram. Should I maybe I should sleeve this bad boy. So there's a 33-year-old hologram pulled out of a pack. No significant damage, no bricking. That's really exciting to see. I don't know, like I'm curious about like what kind of impact climate has on cards that are in storage, but also in terms of what's going on here, is my storage a factor? Hey, thanks for the follow. What was that? Cheerio Kinbomer. I'm sorry if I've said that wrong, but I appreciate your follow. Please don't try to sell me anything. I'm very happy with my 1991 inspired graphic design. Thank you. That's pretty exciting. Nice to see a hologram. Let's get into this. We're dragging this out right now. Like I said, we're not going to do the whole box. It's actually it's after midnight here, so I'm just hanging out. I'm getting some late night thrills with you in the Hellhole, my pals. Got to share the wealth, share the excitement. I'm reluctant to say share the wealth. I spent all my money on trading cards and now I have no money. So thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We gotta get those live views up. That's what's missing. Hey, so we're into another pack. Gee, I gotta say, like, the crispness, because the stock of this cardboard is a little bit thicker than maybe an NBA Hoops 1990 card. These are a little bit thicker. I do feel like Upper Deck sold themselves as a bit more of a premium brand, so it's got that going for it. Who we got? We got like the Clippers. So we got a Clippers checklist again. Digging the arts, the art presentation. It's another Alan Sturt, so I don't know if Alan Sturt handled the entirety of the checklists, the team lists, but doing good work. Quite photorealistic, and in some ways that's a little disappointing, but I like the drama of the sort of the background and everything. It's almost like I don't know if that's painted as much as it's almost like it's like a pencil. I don't know. Shouldn't speculate. I don't think it's pencil, but it could be sort of, you can sense the line work in that. I dig that. That's really cool. Check this out for a slice of 1991. I like that. Terrell Brandon. If you gotta do like a glamour shot card, show up looking like this. Look at this dude. Cool Breeze 1991. That is the look, my friends. We gotta bring back some of the classic hairstyles too. I love some of those high top fades and all that. Good look. Hey, we got another one of these. It's still Alan Sturt. It's the Cleveland checklist. We got Brad Doherty represented. Brad Doherty's a pretty solid player for the Cavs of this period. I don't know who else would it be? Mark Price or somebody? I don't know. I like Brad Doherty. That's a good one. We're working our way through. We got, oh no, it's another of the Hellhole short man favorites. It's John Stockton, everybody. If you saw me playing NBA Jam during my birthday stream, I was playing the Jazz. And of course, we love to mention that Stockton was hanging around Barcelona trying to get people to recognize him. What a clown. Hey, here's a good one, a cult favorite. When I think of the 1991 Upper Deck cards, I'm thinking of the Jordan card. For some reason, B.J. Armstrong comes to mind. This feels like a very enticing 1991 image. Again, I just love the hardcore design of this set, the 91 Upper Deck. Great to see, like, the design of this is really great. I love the way they get the team logo in there. You get that represented. The fonts chosen for the names, really nice. You get your position, you get your team represented again. You got the logo, but you also get like a nice representation with the name. And I like the red. The red of the Bulls, it pops. And with the red in the photograph, again, photography is really pretty good on some of these. I'm digging the perspective and everything. That's a good card. I don't know. I like that one. I like that. It was a good time for B.J. Armstrong. We got Willie Burton, everybody. Willie Burton heading to the hoop. Not to be confused with Harold Miner. Is he in the 34? We're looking at 32. Larry Smith. El Generico. Larry Smith. Not so much comment on the man as his name, but I dig that. That's pretty good. Nice to see. I'm just enjoying being back in 1991 with the NBA hoops. Who we got here? Jared Mustaf. I believe he was the king of Edenia before Shao Kahn invaded. Somebody want to check that? Maybe citation needed. King Gerard Mustaf was married to Sindel. Stop fooling around, gamer boy. Kevin McHale, bit of a legend. I acknowledge I was underrating him a little bit. Nice to see Kevin McHale still kicking it in 1991. Lanky menace for the Boston Celtics. Kind of moved on from them. Hey, here's look, say what you will, but in 1991, I was a big Karl Malone fan. So this is the NBA Jam pack because we got Stockton and we got Karl Malone. The guys that I would always pick in NBA Jam, because in my mind I was thinking, I'm getting the mailman, I'm getting the sensation, I'm going to the hoop, I'm scoring, but then I got the speedy little man with me as well. We do the pass, we do the assists. In my mind, I was getting the best of all worlds. I don't know. That's a pretty exciting special delivery by the mailman, straight to the hoop. Nice to see a little bit of the ring. Just creeping in there, a little bit of net, getting some action. And hey, how's that for a little bit of a bonus Clyde Drexler? Another cult sensation. Drexler is underrated, clearly. Like I was trying to research some of the values of cards and stuff. I can't believe Clyde Drexler is not like a sensation. Dude like Clyde Drexler, a dude like Dominic Wilkins, like how are these not high value cards? I love these guys. They were incredible at the time. They're incredible now. Tate George, just keeping it fresh, keeping it dry with a towel. I respect that. And finishing it out with Chris Morris. Fair enough. A good enough hand. We got some good ones in there. Karl Malone stuff. We're looking for Jordan, really. Is it the year after this? Is it 92 or is it 93 when you're looking for Shaq? Maybe both. Send a self-addressed envelope to the Hellhole and tell us if you know when Shaq made his first appearance, because my mind is turning to mush here. It's a late night. It's always a late night. Rick Mayorn is kicking off Was that pack number 4? Rick Mayhorn, everybody. We got a nice little bit of a hologram early. That's pretty good. Hey, come on. What? Are you kidding me? This is not a joke, okay? There's Rick Mayhorn, okay? Yo, next card? How about another Rick Mayhorn? Yeah, you want some more Rick Mayhorn? It's gonna be like a pack of freaking Rick Mayhorns? I can't believe that. Top 2 cards of the same card. I have never seen that. Raises questions, because during NBA Hoops 1990, we were finding that there were packs that were common combinations. Okay, we had combinations repeated in more than one pack, and even through trying to chase down the full set, we kind of had a sense that there was packs that were entirely new, so maybe some preset combinations. I'm curious, does that 2 cards suggest that these are truly random, these packs? Maybe. Here's Steve Hood. Steve Hood of the Kings. Okay, well, Thierry Kinbomer is doing stuff. Okay. I don't know if this is spam or just a guy being generous, but I appreciate your input. Hey, we got another checklist. So the other one was maybe a checklist in the 300s. Here we got 100 and 150. So they're not being real economic with their checklists, but oh no. So you got to check both sides. So we're getting from 101 to 200, so 100 cards covered. That's pretty good. Again, you know the value of a checklist back in the day, and it's still got some residual charms. Hey, we got another double, BJ Armstrong. So we're hitting the doubles pretty early. That's a little disappointing. That's not really what I want to see, but in any event, I do like that card. I don't know, is BJ Armstrong worth anything? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to work out what I'm doing in terms of moving on the doubles, because I am looking for a set. I like to have a set for my own personal, use. Personal use. That sounds very sinister. I apologize. I just want to have a collection of cards, okay? It's nothing weird. Don't be weird. We got Ron Harper. That's pretty good. He looks like he's having a good time. He's enjoying himself. Man, they were happy times. I feel like everybody was having a good time back then. I'm having a good time because check this out. Hakeem Olajuwon has come slamming and banging. I feel like my verbiage needs some work tonight. That's a sweet dunk, though. Look at that. Man, to get the full... I mean, look, from toe to fingertip, we got all of Hakeem Olajuwon in this card. That's pretty impressive, okay? Stats, all that stuff. You can see there. What is he, 7'2"? 7 foot. He's 7 flat. In any event, that's a 7-foot man, perfectly curved. Inside the wonderful borders, the hardcourt borders of the 91, 92 Upper Deck card. That's pretty good. That's exciting. You know I love Hakeem Olajuwon. Cliff Robertson, again, a good hand. That's not bad. It's all part of the game, my friends. You gotta have a team. You gotta have these guys. Terry Mills of the Nets. I don't think the Nets were doing much back then. Tyrone Corbin, one of our late acquisitions in the 1990 NBA Hoops set, so we're happy with that. What do we got here? We got Wayman Tisdale. I like what's going on there. You don't see that very often. He's holding the ball. He's calling his shots. He's maybe, organizing the team. Just a shame it's the Kings. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what he's saying or who he's saying it to. Lionel Simmons, again, the Kings. Sure, why not? We got a Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm happy with that. Let's crack another one. I got a whole box to myself. If you told me in 1991, kid, you're gonna have yourself a couple of boxes of cards and you're just gonna go nuts, I wouldn't have believed you. It was unthinkable back then. I was just a poor little kid. And now I'm just a poor man, spending all his money on trading cards. Nothing has changed, my friends. 30 years, I have not changed a bit. When I was a kid, I had a beard. Who we got now? We got, oh, damn it, Myron. Come on. It's Myron Brown. He's got a bomb. Put the cookie down. Damn it, Myron. Hey! Hey!
Boom shakalaka!
Big one. Big one. Check it. We have the All-Star Jordan. He is here. That's about as good as it gets, my friends. I'm very excited about that. Time to get a sleeve. I don't know. I've got no sleeving regime here, but I see a Jordan. I'm going to sleeve it. Because that is a very exciting development, my friends. We came for Jordan. We found Jordan. And we got a hologram. How about that? That's pretty cool. Whoa, hey, we got another good one. How about this? Checking out the team checklists. We got David Robinson. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Trust me, it makes sense. That's cool. I like these. I'm liking these team checklists in this set. These are really good. That's cool. It's almost like the San Antonio's become a flag. I'm trying to think like what country has those colors? It reminds me of like a 1988 sandwich diner. or some sort of like Miami Vice thing or something. I don't know. That's really good. Wow, what? Okay, we just had All-Star Jordan. We got a checklist, sweet art rendering of David Robinson. Yeah. How about you add some Sean Kemp to that? Look at that. That's insane. What's he doing? He's defying the laws of gravity. That's nuts. I like that. It's actually a little disappointing because you don't get a great sense of the man himself, but there he is, Sean Kemp. Something about Sean Kemp always reminded me of Dexter Fletcher. Does anybody know what I'm getting at? I think it's like it's a facial structure thing. I don't know. That's awesome. Sean Kemp rules, and this rules. I'm a little bit lukewarm on the actual design, but the feat itself is incredible, and capturing that feat. That's why that's a card, because how often do you get a guy like flying through the air like that? What a trio. You know what? Don't sneeze at Glenn Rice, my friends. That's a pretty good follow-up too. When you think about the three we just got. Bonafide All-Stars. Throw in Glenn Rice. Nothing to sneeze at. I had to go buy a single last time when I did the 90 hoops. This time Glenn Rice was nice enough to show up. I'm just double checking. Okay, yeah. We're okay. We got audio. Everything seems fine. Situation normal. Randy White. Going the power move. Feel like has he maybe been checking out the style of what do you call him? Somebody Brown. I don't know. What am I talking about? Darnell Valentine. I've got listen, like I did 91 hoops. I some of these guys I don't recognize. Winston Bennett. Did we find this guy in the 90 NBA hoops? Did I do a silly voice? Did we cover that? Winston Bennett, I say. Let's keep it cool. Hey, Tyrone Hill wearing the team jacket. How about that? Tyrone Hill's pretty solid. Dig the Warriors around that time. Loved to see Tim Hardaway doing his thing. Would be nice to pull a Tim Hardaway somewhere in here. How about Mark Bryant? Not quite sure what he's presenting there, but it's certainly interesting. We'll have to throw it to Greenwood to see what he makes of it. We got Bill Wennington. I think he's just happy to be playing. Is that Chris Mullen? Could be. Flat top, slightly obscured. We got Buck Johnson. His name is Buck, and he's down to drive to the hoop. Because he is a forward, and there is nothing else that could possibly be said there. Hey, whoa! Whoa. Another hologram, guys. Who we got? Is it the same Alvin Robinson? Is this the same hologram we got last time? Well, I'll sleeve it anyway. How about that? So, a couple of holograms. I don't know who the hologram cards are, but it'd be nice to get maybe somebody a little bit higher on the favorite scale. You know, your mileage may vary. If there's a Jordan hologram, I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of that action. You know, who else? Barkley, Bird. Magic's still playing, isn't he? He gets one more in. Well, we got another one for the Cool Breeze. The Cool Breeze subset. Gee, those packs are real crinkly. Stacey Augman, a guy that will be around for a few years and certainly continue to make some action happen, but very much another guy decked out in 1991, the white and the acid, not the acid wash, stonewash jeans maybe. Hey, now, what was I saying earlier? Welcome, Dominic Wilkins. That is a great artist rendering of Wilkins. I dig that, the human highlight reel. A little bit of film stock just running through there. That's pretty nice. That's a good one. The Cavs checklist. Welcome aboard, Atlanta. Is that John Konchak, team leader, blocked shots? That's interesting. Get some extra stats in there. That's pretty nice. I like that. Hey, you like one checklist? Why not have another? You got the New York Knicks checklist. Gerald Wilkins is the checklist. Interesting. So not Ewing. You would have assumed maybe Patrick Ewing. I don't know. Maybe I would have assumed that. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I need to just chill out a little bit. Another legend of the Celtics, Robert Parrish. Can file him next to Kevin McHale. That's pretty nice, you know. I always thought Parrish was pretty good. We got Fat Lever. Fat Lever, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a real name printed? Fat Lever. Is that? Okay. Sure. I accept that. Oh, it's grandma's favorite player, Gary Grant. Not to be confused with Cary Grant. Sorry, Grandma. That's good. Who we got here? We got David Wingate. Another nice little bit of an action pose. Did we already do a David Wingate? I'm losing track. I am losing track, and we've had so many series now. I've been looking through old cards. Here's Dennis Scott. That's pretty good. I mean, these are all new for me. Like I said, I never saw these in the wild. I never got to put hands on them. By the time I was looking, they were gone or never here to begin with. I'm not sure which. Sleepy Floyd, playing for the Seven Dwarves. Liddell Eccles, another familiar name. If you were here in the Hellhole with previous series, Sam Mitchell. I think there's a local football player named Sam Mitchell, so I'm trying not to get confused. And Blair Rasmussen. Assuming I'm saying that right. Would that be Rasmussen? Is that a German name? I'm not sure. Everyone just relax. You want another look at these packs? If I'm totally honest, the pack design is a bit underwhelming to me. And I guess that goes for the box, because essentially it is the box. This sort of like maroon mauve kind of color is not really exciting me. The basic thing, you know, you like to see a star player maybe, but I do respect a generic neutral is maybe the right word. Neutral design. One that doesn't favor one player over others or one team over others. I can respect that. Let's see what we're gonna get. Am I doing the presentation a good enough job? Am I showing you what you need to see? I'm not sure. We got another team checklist. This time it's Pooh Richardson for the Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, I don't want to cast aspersions about the Timberwolves at the time, but they weren't the most exciting team. We got another checklist. Plenty of those. Rolando Blackman for the Mavericks. Maybe another team. For some reason, I did always sort of lump the Mavericks in with the Timberwolves. I guess, hey, what is this? Is this the checklist art card pack? Three. The first three cards, they're all... I mean, fair enough. They're good. Another Brad Doherty. We can trade that with our friends at school. Here's Hersey Hawkins. I believe Hersey Hawkins was one of the first artist renderings checklists that we got, so that was interesting. How about Mark Aguirre? Aguirre? I don't know how to say that name. I'm completely overthinking it. I have now disappeared into my own brain. I'm rattling around, trying to scramble how to say that. And I'm coming up blank. Here's Cliff Livingston. Cliff Livingston, I presume. Just in the nick of time. Saving me from myself. Hey, it's Todd Lichty. How about that? It's another Todd Lichty special. He's got some interesting cards going on, shall we say. That is a wild pose. Are those legs, do those legs belong to that torso? Is anybody sure? That is interesting. There's almost like I can imagine this pose would be an Egyptian hieroglyph. What's going on here? This is like some Fido Dido stuff going on for a 1991 reference. How about Mitch Richmond? Overhead shot. Look at the intensity going on there. The eyes are trained on that hoop. Mitch Richmond going all the way. Kind of fun to get those overhead shots. I associate those overhead shots for some reason with the... Is it maybe the 94, 95 NBA hoops? I feel like they did a few of those. They would even do the sort of landscape, I think, on some of those. Alvin Robertson, the human hologram, as it turns out. Apparently all of our holograms are going to be Alvin Robertson. Here's David Greenwood. So I think this is his reaction after, was it Mark Bryant or somebody was jumping, getting some waist to head action kind of stuff going on. He doesn't, he's sort of gone thriller here. I think he's left his own body. He has become undead. He is now he's a shambling mummy of himself. I'm not sure about this narrative. I think we better just turn around and check out Jack Haley. Jack Haley just wants the ball. Come on, give him a shot. It's a team sport. And finishing off with Herb Williams. That's not too bad as far as Mavericks go. Herb Williams, bit of a journeyman. I feel like we're not quite getting the ratio of like a great player to a pack the way we did in some of the others. Imagine, put yourself in the mindset of 1991 and imagine the first two cards you pulled were the same card. That, my friends, would ruin your day. I forget what else was in that pack. Was there anything to redeem that one? Man, if I had that when I was a kid, I would be having a little cry to myself. I think I'd be very salty about that. I'd be wanting another pack. Come on, man! I got ripped off. Should I be getting these? Should I be getting the ripping of the pack in screen? I'm kind of, I'm trying not to do any damage. Do I need to speak into this thing? Mike, Giusolino? Mike Giusolino? Any, I think, does he catch the bus with Bob Doublino? Mike Giusolino? Mr. Mike Giusolino? Shut up, man. Whoa, we got a good one. We got an all-star. It's Patrick Ewing. We were talking about him earlier. Surprised he wasn't the checklist player, but he is an all-star. Should we sleeve it? I feel like I'm not really sleeving much. I ordered some more sleeves because I anticipated greater sleeving. I feel like we're not really getting, the big names right now. Nice to see Patrick Ewing, though. That's pretty cool. Holding back David Robinson. That's kind of fun. It's always fun when you get like a couple of stars on the same card. Get a little bit of a narrative going. A little bit of a sense of maybe a rivalry. Well, we got another checklist. It's Tom Chambers. Phoenix continue to be well represented. We got a lot more earlier. I feel like we've gotten a lot of Suns. We got a lot of Kings. The Timberwolves have been in there quite a lot. I'm not sure what to tell you about that. Tom Chambers. So the Suns are still here. The sun has not yet set, as far as these guys are concerned. Here's a decent one. James Worthy. We haven't really seen a lot from the Lakers. I guess I'm looking for a Magic. I presume Magic is in this set. I don't actually know. Don't quite know where do they fall in the season and stuff like that. Here's Dave Corzine or Corzine. After this, he's going to go clean the streets of Metro City, but first, he's really got to make this free throw. Good to see that. We got Nick Anderson. That's a nice one. That's an interesting... I like seeing the hard court in the background. Some nice looking courts around this time. Pretty good. Nice to see the Magic. They're really going to catch fire when Shaq shows up, but pretty decent. There's some more Pooh Richardson for your collection. All the Pooh is right here. Who we got here? J.R. Reed. Again, nice to see the Hornets represented. That's an interesting sort of action pose. Nice and outstretched. It's almost like an Olympian pose. It's an Olympic year. We're going to be doing some Olympic stuff in a few months, I'm sure. How about Chucky Brown? Just I'm not gonna lie. That looks like he's about to yawn. He's sitting on the bench. He's about to yawn. You made that the trading card. Who is assassinating Chucky Brown out there? What's on the back? There you go. A little bit of redemption. Maybe going for a rebound or something like that. Mike Gaminsky for the Hornets. Just sort of lumbering there. And who we got? We got Randy Brewer. Looking a little bit like Dwight Schrute in that photo. Is it me, or is maybe the spread of players has not been as thrilling as it could be? I feel like we made out a lot better when we did the 1990 NBA hoops. We had some killers in there. Well, we're starting this one off right, at least. Kicking it off. Once again, one of the unsung heroes, Clyde Drexler. I forget who it was that was saying, I think I read a quote in an article once, that Clyde Drexler was like every bit as good as Jordan, but just not as marketable. You know, and I even push against that. You know, I thought Clyde Drexler was cool, you know. Say what you will. He's an incredible player. Great to see that. Love that. I wonder how many of the checklists we've got. Well, we're about to get some more. Because wouldn't you know it, it's Hellhole All-Star Scott Skiles, very generously rendered. Got some, I don't know about the hairline. Let's not get into it. Another checklist. That's nice. We got the magic checklist. And hey, why not throw in a Larry Bird while you're at it? Now, come on. I was commenting on the photorealism. Now is that just a classic Larry Bird pose, or is that a recreation of a famous card? That might just be a typical Larry Bird pose, if I'm totally honest. You know, that's the look of Larry Bird. That's definitely, I mean, I feel like that is almost a one-to-one of an image burned into my brain, though, for Larry Bird. So who we got here? Ricky Pierce, decent sort of like, you know, B-lister, maybe. Is that too harsh to say? Supersonics B-lister. Throw him in there with Kemp in the A-list. Danny Manning, another solid guy. Quentin Daly. Sure, we're getting the Sonics dealt with. Hey, we got another checklist. That might be a double. Do we have the 200s? Maybe not, actually. Maybe we have 100 through 300 now? I'm not sure. Or 400. Reggie Theus. By the gods, it's Reggie Theus. Hey, we got another nice overhead shot of the hoop, and wouldn't you know it, it's Chris Mullin. That is a bizarre shot of Mullin. I barely recognize that as Chris Mullin. And it's not just because I can't see the flatness of the top. Although that would help. If you want to have like nightmares tonight, go search for a photo of Chris Mullin like, what, 1989 or something? Used to have hair. It's disturbing. Not to say that he doesn't have hair there. He has the flat top, but you know. It's just weird to see Chris Mullin looking like a real person. Here's Lionel Simmons, ladies and gentlemen, taking on James Worthy. We're not worthy. Alton Lister. Are they glasses, or is he in the goggle squad? I'm not quite sure. And Chris Jackson, not bad. Chris Jackson's decent. One of the smaller guys, shall we say? And whoa, hey! Oh, whoa!
Boom shakalaka!
Check it out. We got a Jordan hologram, my friends. So call off the search. We have Jordan in a hologram form. I don't know what that's. Is there What is that? Is there a smudge? I'm not sure. That's super cool. I'm very excited about that. So it feels like the hits are maybe a little inconsistent in this series, but when they strike well. And we had that killer like triple of the All-Star Jordan, the Kemp, and was that the David Robinson, sorry. So that's cool. You want to get another look at there's the Jordan hologram. How about that? Pretty exciting stuff. That's what we like to see. Can we get another one of those? So I don't know. Is there value in that one? If I get that graded, comes back good. Can I cover my costs? Gee whiz. I gotta tell you, I would love to do some like some Marvel cards or something, but the price on those boxes, it gets out of hand, man. I'd love to be doing superheroes because those were some of my favorite cards back in the day, and I'd love to relive that feeling. You know, a bit of X-Men, a bit of Marvel Universe. Would love a Marvel Masterpieces 92 set, but geez, too pricey, too rich for my blood. Smash that follow, you know, maybe we can get that going. Terrell Brandon, he's back. Cool Breeze, 1991, looking good. We got another checklist. It's Ron Hopper. I think we already got that one, so that might be another double. But have no fear, because we got a James Worthy now. Another checklist. Man, we're getting tons of these artist checklists. Are they all? I think they're all Alan Sturt. Yeah. We're getting all of these. I don't know. Is there like a guarantee every pack? I don't know. I'm looking at the box here. Random sequencing. Tamper resistant pack. Boy, is it ever. It's hard to crack into. 3D holograms randomly packed. So we just randomly got 3, and one of them was Jordan. That was exciting. Danny Manning. This pack is shaping up to be a lot of doubles right now. Ricky Pierce, another double. Another double. Another overhead for Billy Thompson. I quite like that one. That's a good overhead. So I guess somebody just set the camera up there one day and forgot to take it down. LaSalle Thompson. Is that right? Is that right? LaSalle? I don't know. I like it either way. Hey, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Reggie Miller looking like a warrior in that one. Forget about the Pacers. He's all business in that one. Somebody's going down. Pretty good. Gotta respect Reggie Miller on the court. Chuck Person is back for another double, so we're getting doubles. Brad Lohaus of the Bucks. Whatever. Timberwolves, Bucks, Mavericks. Nobody cares. Tony Brown, Jazz. I shouldn't say nobody, and I shouldn't be so flippant. Chris Dudley, everybody. So how are we doing here? How many have we done? How many do we have? I have completely lost all sense of time, reality, right and wrong. How are we doing time-wise? So maybe we'll wrap it up in a little while, but we got some time. We got a little time. Let's rip into some more packs. Let's live and love and have fun while we're young. $1991's a good year. I feel like 1991 is where the 90s really start to begin. Depending on your classification of decades, really 91 is the first year of the 90s because there's no year 0, which would mean the first decade is 1 to 10, ultimately leading you to 1981 to 1990 being a decade. Tedious numbers. But 91 is where things are starting to sharpen up. I feel like these cards are emblematic of that development. The 80s is fading away. Things are getting a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit sharper. Things are firming up as the 90s start to move on forward. There's Michael Adams. Danny Young. I believe we saw young Mr. Danny earlier. Ooh, what do we got here? What do we got here? Looks a little bit to me like a stay in school kind of deal. If you can read this, you can read this. Boy, yeah, you're making You're making a great case there. You're really selling it. If you can read, you can read. Oh boy, I better stay in school now. No, I'm kidding. Stay in school. It's good. Get an education. Boy, look around. Look at the world, the state of the world right now. We need education more than ever. Jordan's just hanging out. Should I be sleeving this? Is this of any value? Are the stay in school cards like... I feel like there is a set where there's a stay in school card, but it's like, I think it's more obscure maybe than this. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Leave a comment. Shout me out in the chat. Educate me. I need education as much as anyone. I'm not putting myself above anybody else. Okay? You know, I need to know things too. John Shasky of the Mavericks, our favorite team. Who we got here? We got William Bedford. I feel like this set is populated by a lot of guys I don't remember, and I'm sorry for that. I wish I could remember everyone. Vinnie Johnson, that name rings a bell for the Pistons. Looks like a guy getting something done here. Getting to work. Pistons are still pretty solid around this time, I guess. It's kind of it's not the championship years. Here's a favorite, an all-time favorite, and what better way to see him than gliding towards the ring, towards the hoop. Dominic Wilkins. He was one of my favorites, obviously. That's a good one to get, just for my own personal satisfaction. Card number 255, Dominic Wilkins. How about John Starks? Another solid guy on the lower end of the scale when it comes to the heights. Another good guy. Holy Tripitaka, it's Kelly Tripica. Tease the gods and everyone will have some fun. Kiki Vanderway, everyone. Kiki Vanderway. Sure. Eddie Johnson, can you feel the energy just leaving my body right now? It's Eddie Johnson, I'm getting tired. And another David Greenwood. Doing the Thriller dance just to finish things off. How about that? Do you feel good about that? Should we go another one? The shot clock still reads time. I say let's crack open another. Let's rip it open. Opening these packs, yeah, tamper-proof is right. These things, wow. I wonder does this help bricking? Is this preventing bricking because they've got such a great foil seal? I don't know what to make of that. I forget where these came from, if it was from like Kansas or somewhere, I'm not sure. I had to import. I got a good deal. I'm very, very grateful for that. Chris Mullins. Artist rendering of the human buzz cut. That's a good one. Another James Worthy. They love throwing in these checklists. Have we had checklists every pack? There's another Ron Hopper. I think we've had at least one of those checklists in every single pack. I could be wrong. Another Fat Lever. Jeff Martin is... Oh, wow. Jeff Martin's... What do we make of this? It's a little too early to be like a boy band thing. You know, it's not quite NSYNC. And maybe that shirt, he's... where is he working part-time? Somewhere. Maybe as an orderly or something. Pushing the carts. How about Bill Cartwright? Could see the Bulls. Would like to see a base Jordan. Really, I was hoping to get like multiple Jordans. And granted, we got a hologram and we got the All-Star, but I'm looking for like doubles, you know, tradables. Kenny Williams just lounging about, enjoying himself. Remember enjoying yourself? Remember fun? That used to be really nice. We should bring that back. Tyrone Hill, everybody, pumping his fists because he's here again. We can't get rid of him. Pooh Richardson, is that the second or third? Pooh Richardson. Well, it's come to this. It's Dwayne Shinsius again. I don't know what to tell you, man, but it's 1991. I want you to rethink that, Shinsius. Here's one for the fans. Drazen Petrovic. I'm a little bit unclear why, but I gather that Petrovic was a valuable 1990 NBA hoop. maybe that persists. I guess the cult of Petrovich has maybe grown greater than it was as far as I was aware back then. But yeah, Bobby Hansen. And oh, how's that for a nice surprise? We got another hologram. Is that, who is that? Oh, it's Johnny Stockton. The little big man. How's that corner looking? Don't know, I don't know how these guys rate in the grading, but that's nice to see a fourth hologram. It is intriguing to me that these holograms are, the card themselves are less substantial than the mainline series, but yeah, there you go. It's a nice looking hologram. I feel like when you see holograms these days, they don't look like this. There's a certain crispness to this, but also an obscurity. I feel like these days you maybe get a clearer image, but it's maybe not quite as metallic these days. I'm not sure. I shouldn't say that because I'm not really in the trenches of the trading cards. I saw some recent Marvel ones that were like chrome plated or something. They look like garbage to me, to be honest. Just the basic fundamental design, and yet they're selling them for like, you know, 4 cards for like $100 or something. I don't know. It's absurd. Whatever it is, it's absurd. Hey, what do we got here? From the 1991 collection of fashionable males, it's Greg Anthony. The handsome boys of the modeling club are here. The modeling academy, I should say. I kind of appreciate those. As a basketball card, I'm not so sure, but as a slice of nostalgia, as a piece of 1991, I kind of appreciate it. We got another Larry Bird checklist card I gotta work out. Sometimes Larry Bird can be one of the valuable ones, so keep our eyes on that. Well, if you wanted some more Scott Skiles, don't worry guys, you got it. I feel like have every set we've done so far in the Hellhole, we have produced Scott Skiles in abundance. Mark Aguila, is he going to fight Godzilla? I believe that's the case. No, that's the other guy. That's Charles Barkley. Come on, what are you talking about? Percy Hawkins. Where are my star players? Delaney Rudd. Okay. John Starks. I think he was in Game of Thrones. Hey, we got another Dominic Wilkins. Again, in terms of personal satisfaction, that's pretty good. I'm interested, so like on the whole, these cards, the borders are pretty decent, but I guess I'm looking at this and the printing is trending to the right. I haven't really been paying attention too much. In terms of grading, you want a good centered card generally to get that 9-10 rating. So this one might not be a contender for a 10 grading. And sadly, from what I gather, Dominic Wilkins is not a highly sought after player. I think that's a tragedy. I think that's got to change in the future. Here's a guy that people know about, Akeem Olajuwon. Very good to see him. We've seen him before. At least we're producing some star players from this pack. You know, not to say Derek Gervin is to be sneezed at. I appreciate you, Derek Gervin. I appreciate all these guys. What a magical time it was in the NBA. Gerald Glass, I think dated Jan Brady. Stop it. Stop that immediately. Adrian Caldwell closes out that particular pack. And should we maybe call it a night? We got plenty to go in these. I know sometimes people like to pull out the stacks like that. I'm enjoying just seeing the splendor of what was in the store. I used to love going to the card stores back in the day. There were some great places I used to go to regularly. There was one in particular in a market that was really incredible. It had like a hard floor, hardwood floor, sort of like the hard court. They might have, I can't remember if they painted the key in there at one point. They had like glass cases and stuff. It was a very nice place. It was a very exciting time. I don't want to mess with my camera because it's a little bit like if I bump that cable, all hell breaks loose. But here's a sense of what's going on here. So here's what we unfurled. We got a nice little stack there. I feel like Junior Mick Lucifer in 1991 would be very excited to be handed a stack like this. These are the kind of stacks that took a little bit of doing, but lo and behold, here we are. It's 2024. I've got a full set of 1990 NBA hoops, and we're working on 91-92 Upper Deck. Suppose we could pull out some of the stars that we acquired. Revisit the hits, but I'm pretty happy with those Dominic Wilkins. You know, those are pretty good. Uneven, I would say. Opening these packs, this series has been a little bit uneven. We've still got a long way to go. Maybe some of those are going to produce some big hitters, but you know, do they get much bigger than Michael Jordan? We pulled some Jordans. That's what we were looking for. I would really like to see some more, but I guess we got All-Star Jordan, Stay in School Jordan. I don't know. Are we gonna make like a thumbnail out of this? Does this work? This isn't working at all. How do you like that? I don't know. I guess 3 Jordans. The hologram, obviously, and the All-Star are super good finds. I'm really hoping to get the base card. I'd like to get maybe some doubles. If we get a couple of holograms. Because then I can have one in my personal collection, and then I can get one graded and think about moving that onto a collector and maybe just trying to cover the cost of some of these things. Because these things aren't going cheap, even when I get a good deal. So, how about that? We happy with that? I'm pretty happy. Patrick Ewing, All-Star. I was a little surprised not to get a few more All-Stars, to be honest. And but we got some holograms, so that was pretty exciting. You got any tips? You got any info? Leave it for me in the comments. And if you're here on Twitch watching live, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know what's going on with Thierry Kimbomer, but thanks for the follow and whatever was going on there. Maybe he did something nice for me. I'm not sure. Head into the YouTube archive. There is a link in the about description on Twitch. If you're already watching this on YouTube, you're set. You just got to go to the channel, hit that subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what's good. What do you like? What have you got? You know, tell me some good things. Just say hi. Just say hello. It's lonely out here, man. And the whole thing of the Hellhole is we're just hanging out. We're sharing mutual interests. Tell me what's up. What do you think of what I pulled? Did I get anything good? You like that? You think I should grade some of this stuff? I don't know. Just say hi. The trading card arc is in full force. There is a playlist, so if you're digging the trading cards like I am, I think tonight we just had an X-Men one hit the YouTube archive. Plenty of NBA stuff going on in the archive with the old trading card stuff. And we got the Mortal Kombat 1 Lucifer timeline is in full force as well. That's kicking off in big ways. We've got Chapter 12, Scorpion. The Sting is there. Check that out. It's a long one, but it's a long one just because there's some details, and it should flow pretty well. So check that out if you're into Mortal Kombat 1. And if you're checking out the Mortal Kombat 1 Lucifer timeline, you know, what do you think of the story details? Leave a comment. Leave me your thoughts on some of the specifics, some of the details that one's laying out. We got talking trailers. We're going to look at some more game trailers sometime soon. I got to try to get into that talkative state. You know, Ed Piskor, the cartoonist kayfabe, he would always talk about the talkative state, and that's something that I sometimes have struggled with. You may notice my energy leaves me sometimes, and I don't know. I'm just here to hang out and have a good time. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves. I'm digging this. Great to be back in NBA in the year 1990X. It's always 1990X here in the Hellhole, and I'm digging this. Man, some sweet Jordans, Dominic Wilkins, Sean Kemp, all the good stuff. I'll be back sometime real soon, and we'll do something fun. Adios, amigos. Boom shakalaka.